Hey guys, Neomis here. So for today's video, I'm going to be going through the preview for Arsenal's Europa League game against Valencia. Stay tuned. So here are a few kind of key points that I thought would be great to talk about and to discuss in regards to Arsenal's match against Valencia. First off, we got Rodrigo, 11 goals, 8 assists so far this season. Spanish player, absolutely brilliant player so far for Valencia. Previously, he was on loan a few years ago. I believe it was at Swansea, it might have been, but never quite made it to the Premier League in terms of that type of level. And even when looking at his goal tally, even though his goal tally is quite impressive, it's not that kind of top draw goal tally, but what you would be expect, especially across all competitions. You're expecting 20 goals a season or somewhere around that amount or close to that amount, but just hasn't been quite the same for Rodrigo, but still a very solid player to look at and is going to be one of their key threats. Second player to watch out for, Kevin Gameiro. This is a player that if you're an Arsenal fan, you should remember years ago. I would think maybe 8-9 years ago, we were rumored to be looking at Kevin Gameiro when he was still playing in France. I believe it was Lorient he was at originally, and he turned out to be a pretty decent player. Never quite made up to the level that everybody thought that he would be at. I think everybody thought this guy maybe has a chance to become like a 20 goal a season striker. Not quite, but more of kind of the £15 million mark, similar to actually how like we had Giroud in our squad. You know, a player that could be able to give goals, give assists, but just not quite there. So Kevin Gameiro, pretty solid player that we're going to have to really watch out for. Goncalo Guedes has 8 goals and 3 assists so far this season. Pretty solid winger, from what I understand. Very quick. A lot of people would have remembered his time there. He's going to be one of their biggest threats out there wide, and I think that with the fullbacks that we have, unfortunately, he's going to be able to do potentially a lot of damage against Arsenal. So he's one to really watch out for in Guedes against Valencia. So the next player is Carlos Soler. This is a player I'd never really heard of before, but just looking at his stats on kind of transfermarket.co.uk, he seems like a really solid player. He scored 2 goals so far this season and 10 assists. Looks like he's more of a creative player, and in terms of their whole team so far, he has the most assists so far this season. So definitely a player to watch out for. In terms of creativity, will probably be their primary creative spark within that midfield forward line, looking to create a lot of chances to them. So Carlos Soler, very unusual name, I assume just because he's Spanish. Yeah, he's a player that we should definitely be looking out for. They lost the last 2 games so far this season in the league. One against Atletico Madrid, the other against Eibar, who are doing okay-ish this season, especially when you look at the size of their club. Also returning players, we've got the likes of Coquelin and Gabriel Paulista. I thought they played pretty decently well through their time at Arsenal Football Club. Valencia won their last Europa League game 5-1. Dominating performance against Villarreal. Santi Cazorla's Villarreal, they were absolutely fantastic. Rodrigo scoring a few goals in that game, and all the players that I've mentioned to do really performing at their utmost best. So really good performance from Valencia in the Europa League so far this season, and you know, unlike their league form, they have shown that they deserve to be in the position that they are right now. So kudos to them. Now for Arsenal. So obviously, you know how our form has been like over the past 2 games, even 3. They've all been losses. Obviously, the loss against Leicester was I can't even bear to think about the game. And if you want to check out my rant on that game, please go to the link below in the description. Arsenal coming back from 3 losses into this game. Form wise, we don't look that well. We actually look as though we're not one of the favourites. But when you have, you know, start looking at 2 of our key players, one being Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who has been absolutely fantastic for us this season. And I know that he has his faults and that everybody's kind of accepted the fact that there's certain things that he just can't do. He's still been a fantastic player for us. Aubameyang's goal tally so far this season, 24 goals and 7 assists. How can you complain about that? He's a player that every single season for the past 4 seasons of his professional career, he's scored over from 28 goals or more within a single season. So we've got a few games left. I do think that he's going to be scoring a little bit more goals so he could get to that 28-30 goal a season margin that he typically produces every single season, no matter which club that he is at. Second on the list, our key player, Alexandre Lacazette. So far this season, he's scored 16 goals, 10 assists. Brilliant performance, definitely the more all-rounded player of the 2, but not as clinical as Aubameyang. But still, this is a game that, you know, we need him to perform. We need Aubameyang to perform. We need both of these players to come out, give 100%, show the fans exactly what they could do. Unfortunately, just because of health reasons, I won't be able to go, as you saw from my hospital post. So no more going to games for me for a little while this season. But I will be watching it live on TV, and hopefully Arsenal will get the win. The predictions for this game, from what I've been seeing, is that Arsenal are predicted on footballpredictions.com for a 2-0 win against Valencia, which is good, very good. I cannot complain with that. So if we can get that, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And then hopefully we could go back to Valencia and put some type of performance in against those guys. And then, yeah, it will be off to the final. So let's see what else we can do. We've got a great squad. I know we're not doing that great right now. We've heard all the rumours about the lack of confidence in the squad. Some of the recent social media posts that Granit Xhaka came out with in regards to Arsenal's form. But, you know, if any one of the footballers are listening or watching this post, you know, they really just need to get back to believing in themselves, because talent-wise, I know that they can do it, and all other Arsenal fans know that they can do it too. So, guys, thank you once again for watching this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Let's get a discussion going in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.